right, I want to give you a picture, and then we are going to jump into it. Right, so you are Noah, yeah, that Noah. All the animals are coming into the ark. You have the ones that you love, they're kind of cute and fluffy. You have the ones that you need because you're going to have to eat. And then, last but not least, well, then comes the alligators. Now imagine that the alligators or crocodiles or whatever your reptile of choice is, imagine that there was no place to cage the alligators, the crocodiles. What are they going to do? They're going to eat everything else. That, my friend, is exactly what happens if we don't put urgent in its place. The truth is, we do actually have to make sure that urgent is being handled, right? Crying babies have to be picked up. They do, right? But if you're only going to pay attention to the thing that's crying at you, you're going to miss everything else. So what do we do? Well, we can have a plan. So that's what we're talking about now. We're talking about the plan for urgent and what it is that we can do to make sure that we are confining it to its place. Like, we got to have the alligators, got to have the crocodiles, but we got to keep them in their place. And so in terms of what we're doing with urgent, we're going to have it. You just are. But can you keep it in its assigned seat, in its assigned cage, so that it doesn't consume everything else that's out there? Really, of course, the idea, we have to plan for it. And I'll show you what that might look like. Right? Here are some examples of what you might find are some of those urgent things. And so we've got the gotta minutes, the customer, customer service, drive-by meetings, right? Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? The, fires, helping your team, help requests. Really, this is defense, defense, defense. It is reaction, reaction, reaction. And you gotta have a good defense. So what could that look like? Remember in the process that everything that we do, there is a thinking, a feeling, and a doing component to it. And oftentimes, the reason why most of us don't actually confine the urgent is because it's attached to someone we love. And someone we love is standing in front of us. It's a teammate, or it's a coworker, or it's a client that we really worked hard for. And gosh, we just want to serve them. And so we leave our battle station to go and to help them because it has that emotional component to it. And man, I'd feel like a jerk if I just, told them no and I couldn't do it now. I'm going to give you some ways to where you won't feel like a jerk and you can do the things you need to be doing and confine that urgent to its place. The first of those I'm going to share with you is called an if, when, then statement. Now, psychologists have found this to be one of the best ways to develop a habit. So this isn't the last time you're going to be seeing it here. But if, when, then. If this happens, then I will do that. Or when blank happens, then I will do this. And so an example here is when I get interrupted, then I will say, hey, bear with me. You actually matter a whole lot, but I'm right in the middle of something. And I will feel that I'm doing the right thing. And I will remember that this is how I serve people best and live the life that I'm intending to live. And the idea is that we can say things that are going to satisfy the heart, the mind, and it's going to help us to do the right thing as well. And so, if someone, you get a drive-by, I want you to try this, okay? Hey, you got a minute? Hey, actually, Bob, there's no one else in the whole world that matters to me more than you do, but I'm right in the middle of something. Can this wait for an hour? Or can this wait until 3? Awesome, thank you. Oh, hey, let's just imagine, so here's another example. You get that phone call and you pick up the phone and it's that top referral partner that you work with a lot, or maybe it's your top, one of your top team members. You pick up the phone and it's like, hey, John, real quick, I only have like 2 minutes, but you're so important. I wanted to make sure that I answer this call. So that's a way you can confine the wordy person to very limited space. When someone asks if you can do something and that your schedule is full, hey, you know what, Sue, gosh, I want to help you out so much, but I'm looking at let me look at my calendar first. So we're going to say that. Or we may say, hey, I'm looking at my calendar and it's just not, I'm not going to be able to do this. Is there any other way I can help? Or can I suggest someone else? So these are a few ideas. I want you to write down some of yours for some of those top interruptions that you're getting, because listen, you got to have the alligators. We got to have them on board. We just got to keep them in a cage, which means your job is to do them when you choose to do them, not when they're demanding it, not that feeling of right now at this moment. Okay? And so there we go. It is the if, when, then. That is the statement. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to label your interruptions. Schedule your reaction time, right? Label those interruptions. Schedule your interaction time, your reaction time rather. Then plan what to say when you get interrupted. What are you going to say when people actually interrupt you, right? Have your sayings down. Have those ready. I gave you some of those a moment ago. And then finally, track how many times that you contained the urgent and then the times that you did not. Listen, no one's going to be perfect, but I find that if you can be on for about 80% of the time, most of the distractions actually kind of take care of themselves. If you let someone simmer on something for an hour, they're usually going to find an answer. Stop being the hero and go and create heroes. Let's go ahead and confine the urgent to its spot and watch how productive you can be.